Well, all right, everybody. Hello and welcome on in. You are watching Hypocritic GG streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou. Some call me Cheatspeak, and we're doing it. You know, we gotta give it to him. We gotta do the dirty sometimes, and the dirty this time is good old Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You thought it was over. You thought we were never gonna see the light of day again on this, but here we are. We're doing it just for you, as voted on by our Discord community. Y'all really wanted to see some more of this, so we're gonna give you some more of this. Let's get the camera. Hi. There we go. Nice to see you. All the usual bull honkery applies here tonight, which includes the return of our glorious dice cam, of course. Exclamation point D20s will be rolling all night long if you are so inclined. We will roll that old D20 over there, and whatever happens, happens. You see the dice roll possibilities on the side. And we'll do it upright. Okay. Let's roll, shall we? That's funny, because that's a dice pun. Okay. It's Mario Kart time tonight, folks. You know what to do. If you want to get... Come on, camera. I'm over here. There you go. You want to play along, you certainly can. Exclamation point FC or exclamation point friend code in the chat will get you on board here with us. You can just join our room. We usually just play... you know, regionals online, but if you're so inclined, we can accommodate some worldwides as well. We have not touched Kart 8 on the channel in some time, at least since Kart World launched. And again, as voted on by the community here, it was decided that we just kind of needed a break from screaming at Kart World all night to scream at Kart 8 once again. And I will certainly take you up on that. So if we're just getting started with this particular race, we will see... I guess we'll get a full look through. Oh, they we are spoiled for talent here. We're gonna do it up, and I'm glad to be back in the good graces of Kart 8. You never want to take it for granted. And with all that we've been complaining about with Kart World lately, it is nice to return to what we know and love and have gotten so much mileage out of, vehicle pun intended. So this is good. We're happy about that. Oh, we gotta get sleepy already. We can't be getting sleepy already. We have some interesting things to talk about here tonight. I don't have graphics made up for them, but we're gonna do some announcements. We're gonna loop you in on some fun things that are coming over the next couple of months. We even have new podcast episodes for you, which is fun, and we haven't cranked out a ton of those lately, but we'll be giving you a little bit of an excerpt from our most recent one regarding the absolute chaos that has been the Xbox brand the past few days, especially. Who's in first here? Reb. Oh, Reb's got some distance. Remember when you had to manually drag your item behind you? Oh, it hurts. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Was that not enough? Taking the blue shell in stride, absorbing the red shell with invincibility frames, Reb continues to front run with what may be a significant lead coming around the wide turn behind them about halfway through Yoshi Circuit here. We've gone to full announcer mode, and I really don't mind. This is commentary. The super horn, but into the grass. Will that give whoever's behind a little bit of an edge? Can we even see where they are? Running a fair bit behind. I don't know that they're going to catch up with the protection of the super horn here. Reb is going to easily, comfortably sneak into first place, popping that with another defensive item in back. You can see lots of folks bringing up the rear here and wrapping the race up. Wonderfully done. Let's hop on in. So once again, exclamation point friend code or exclamation point FC if you want to get in on all of this with us. You can also tell us which tracks to vote for. You just scream them out in chat as we go. Shorthand 1, 2, 3, 4 going left to right. So for example, 1 would be Bowser's Castle, 2 would be Los Angeles Laps, 3 would be Baby Park, and 4 will always be random behind my beautiful face here, which actually is random. Mario Kart World. I'm looking at you now. If I know Save the Baloney, I don't know if he's here. Every race is an opportunity for Baby Park, and we have to prove that early and often. In this case, but here we are. Only one with the green suit repping. Everyone's got like real blubby body. Look at it, just they're so fit. All their cart guts going on. I'm going the one Los Angeles last because this game is vindictive. Always has been. It loves to pick that minority selection, doesn't it? Only one person picked this out of 12. That must mean that that's what everybody wants. The lovely booster course pass. It's amazing how bad... I mean, these tracks looked at the time, but especially in retrospect and in hindsight with how good Kart World looks, it really makes the booster course pass stuff even more embarrassing, doesn't it? We're going to eat their red shell, of course. And we're gonna get our groove going in Kart. The thing is, and I've always sort of, oh man, done this. You play one game, you start to get worse at the other as you sort of retrain yourself. I would do that all the time. I would play Mario Kart Tour a lot, and it would also actively make me worse at this game because those mechanics are so fundamentally different. So you have to learn to kind of overwrite that muscle memory and compartmentalize it a little bit. Tricky to do. Honestly, quite tricky. A decent little shortcut there. Enjoy that single mushroom, I know you will. I love items not being so devastating where you can get hit and only get knocked down one place instead of like 12. That went super well for me, didn't it? Oh, that went so well. No items ever. See, I got cute, and that was not smart of me. We gotta adapt here and quickly. Don't let those stars hit us. They can overtake, but we don't get hit. And we take second anyway. All of that goofing and all of that flopping around, trying to get back in the groove here, and we lock in second place anyway. Isn't it delightful when you actually have like some modicum of control over what's happening in the game? I have been so in my feelings about Mario Kart World. Returning to this has been, believe it or not, so good for my sanity. And you know how much this game has driven me absolutely ape shit off the wall bonkers over the past few years. All right, let's get a vote in here if you want. 1 is Wario Stadium, 2 is New York Minute, 3 is Amsterdam Drift, 4 is random. If not, I'm going to go for the pick. Usually at around 3 seconds on my screen, we take a pick, and I don't want any of these, I don't think. That was my favorite thing when Mario Kart World did a recent title update to make the random choice skew, not just include, but skew toward the 3 tracks that were already included. Random is not meant to be random amongst the 3 that are chosen. And almost all of the time, those 3 tracks that were on screen that you would pick from had those intermission tracks where it was the point A to point B kind of deal, which a lot of people have been frustrated with and don't want to do as often as the game makes you do. But Nintendo knows best, don't they? It's actually really driven me, and I know a lot of other people, away from the online experience generally because of how prevalent those intermission tracks are and how people just really want to do regular 3-lap races. a really good data point for it. I think someone on maybe the Mario Kart subreddit did some great investigation into how much those are weighted. They ran something like 100 or 150 races in a row. Where did that red even go? It was weighted something like 65% intermission tracks, 35% 3-lap races, which is just not something anybody wants. I'm pretty sure. That's the Mario Kart bullshit I'm here for, not get stomped by one thing and go back 10 places. I'm not sure that that is actually fasting. Ball breaker. We're having a lot of off-road fun here. Oh, get me up. Here we go. It's really screwing my drift up most of all. No way. Okay, that was really close. World's drift is so different from 8's. It's kind of gross. Honestly, I do think it's a little gross how different it is. So the mechanics of I'm overriding you on this one. The mechanics are so different where the amount of carve you can get, how much drift you actually get, what happens when you get out of a drift, what your positioning looks like, the angles you can and cannot take at a given turn is wildly different, and drift is so much less effective in World. It really modifies how you have to approach driving in general, where it's almost not advantageous to try to drift a lot of the time just because of the angles you can and can't get. What I also hate about World is you've seen me kind of overcorrecting on a lot of these drifts going in, because in World, you have to sort of lean into it more and then kind of snake out of it, because your control kind of gets locked for a fraction of a second when you let go and you do your mini turbo out of a drift in Kart World. So you have to align yourself a little bit ahead of time because you can't control yourself for like half a second or a quarter of a second, something like that. And we got our Wii Rainbow Road. Oh, it's lovely. I would have loved for this to get a proper kind of, let's say, art pass and not just scaled up the assets and, you know, painted over them a little bit from Tour. Now, this is gorgeous as is. I think given its roots as a tour track, this is about as far as you could have gone with it. And we're front running already. And it is very pretty, I think. Don't get me wrong on that. I just wish maybe a little bit more. Oh, but it is nice. It is so shiny. So nice to not get bumped around. I was nowhere near that. We hit someone anyway? You'd think I'd get used to the constant pummeling of that. And there we go. It's nice to be like glued to the track and not be bouncing all over the damn place. That's super not helpful. I had triple reds. We were gonna blow them up. Bananas ain't got shit on me. Clear that out. Can I get ahead enough? Yes. Fireballs all over. Vinny, my pal's back. Nice to see you. We will get your D20 right after this race. I definitely had that shell out. I take issue. So many boost pads on this track, too. The blooper is basically a non-starter. Rude. Spent like half of this track in lightning mode. Haha. Ooh. Sweet revenge. Here we come, baby. Oh my god, that's how you know that I am fucking dog shit anymore. That should never ever have happened. A third one! Oh, never mind. Every Mario Kart is bad. This series has never been good. Oh, that was shit. I'm sorry. That was not... None of that was tenable. This is why I'm mad. And this is why I need to, like, get off the world train for a while. It's actively making me so much worse at Kart 8, because it somehow is starting to override those years and years of muscle memory, and I'm not happy about it. All right, Vinny's got a D20. Let's have a D20. That is a 12. And that is pick a side. All right, Vinny, you get to give me a non-controversial, well, like, sensitive topic controversial, preferably gaming-focused topic to pick a side on. I don't have to know anything about it. I don't have to be able to speak confidently to it. I just have to pick a side. So give me a topic. Mario Kart since the N64. That was the perfect amount of bullshit to remind me, because it's like rose-tinted glasses of, oh, we're back to Mario Kart 8, finally, it's gonna be so much better, all the bullshit from World is going away. Well, 8 has its own bullshit that we are well accustomed to. That... I might... That's the side summit. That is... I think I might vomit. That's a tough one. Okay, well... While I'm on Yoshi's circuit here, let's see if we can come up with something. To completely play devil's advocate on it, Mario Kart World is the biggest, most beautiful, most expansive, and most mechanically rich Mario Kart that has ever existed and may ever exist. 32 tracks, absolutely gorgeously worked into a massive open world, the likes of which we've never seen in a Mario Kart game before. Beautiful, challenging track design in all different ways, pushing the game design to new heights with mechanics like rail grinding and wall riding and an incredible trick system that makes it incredibly deep and technically skillful if you choose to master it. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful game with a massive, rich open world that may not seem like there's a lot to do, but there's so many little hidden points of interest and cool things to discover and uncover. You can keep yourself busy for untold amounts of time, just exploring and driving around and finding something new. The Knockout Tour mode is intense, giving you all of the incentive in the world to do as well as possible and not be in those bottom 4 spots as you go from checkpoint to checkpoint across this massive, sprawling open world where every track is interconnected in all sorts of ways. Endless possibilities. Almost hit myself with my own shell, because I'm smart. Oh! Well, good timing, actually, because I would have been over that. We got him. Okay. We'll allow this. Not again. Are you for realsies? Did that take my bomb too? It did. Oh, nice try. Well, 2 blue shells will only get you so far. It is, to be completely fair, Mario Kart World is a great game. Do not get me wrong. It was still, I think, genuinely worth the price of inclusion with the console. I don't know how I'd feel if I paid $80 for it, but for that kind of $30 discount bundled in, that's pretty good. We see Rainbow Road, we automatically. That's an override. I actually, since I've been playing a fair bit, I started to put together, like, I would get clips of different, like, random things that would happen. And some of it is so silly and so ridiculously unpredictable. I wanted to make, like, kind of a supercut for a short for the channel that was just something along the lines of, like, Mario Kart World is not a serious game. And just all the random BS that happens. Not even, like, just getting whacked with a bunch of items, because we all know that's Mario Kart 8's main source of BS. I can't believe this! Clearly we all wanted Rainbow Road, but hey, let's fucking go to Tokyo Blur. It's kind of crazy how ridiculously unpredictable World gets. And there is some appeal in that. I'm going to complain about it a little more after this race, because I want to think some coherent thoughts about it. And I know if, like, Xerox or some other people were here, they would immediately take me to task on some of these thoughts, because I'm going to compare it a lot to Double Dash. I know they are an extreme Double Dash apologist, and I hate it. So you're going to get that perspective laid on real thick. Don't you worry. I'm good. I don't need items. See, I don't need items! Never did, never will. Bombs, so much less effective in World, also. They are absolute race enders in this, and, you know, in that game, like with everything else, you get hit, you barely blink, you're down 12 places anyway. Chomp, 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 chomp. I also forget just how rigid it is. Like, moving around in the air, you have so much more freedom in World to kind of bounce around. Off of, you know, ramps and doing tricks and such. Not here. Do they have an item? They do. It was a red shell. I'm gonna take issue with how many fireballs are happening here. Are you serious? 3 in a row is something. The ride never ends. I wish I could get it to forcibly zoom in on me. The ride never ends. So, what bugs me about World a lot, and there's a lot of things that bug me about World, is, like I said, how unpredictable it is, where so much of it is physics-based and very dynamic. Like in Kart 8, you see, you kind of more or less glue down to the track. You don't get bumped around very much, especially in anti-gravity segments. You are glued to the track. You spin around instead of getting jostled about. It's very predictable in that sense. You're never worrying about hitting a ramp at the wrong angle or taking the wrong approach to, like, a wave and you know, everything going haywire. It's very predictable. It's very static in that sense. You pretty much always know exactly what's going to happen when you approach a curve or a jump or a bump or some environmental bit. And you can random into the same 3 tracks here too. Don't tell me they updated it here too. Don't you dare tell me that. I'm gonna scream. But that's what bugs me about Kart World, is it is so unpredictable. You can hit a wave, you can hit an environmental hazard. It will completely throw you, and that alone could be a race ender, just because you hit a fence funny, or you had a bad angle when you landed off of a jump or a ramp. That is nuts. So because the physics are so dynamic, That is a real thing where I had one clip, and I'll post it maybe in the Discord. Exclamation point Discord. Oh. Where I was racing along on one of the intermission tracks, because that's all that Kart World gives you is those damn intermissions. And I ran into a fence, which I don't know if I thought I had a mushroom on or not, but I ran into the fence, and it bounced me off of it completely backward, like all momentum stopped. I fell multiple places, and I like kind of fell down a hill too, because I was on an incline, which I thought was absolutely insane. So because I interacted with the wrong environment piece in the wrong way, I was so heavily punished, I was kind of floored. Not something you have to worry about here, and that's, thank you, Vinny. That just kind of, I thought was part and parcel of the World experience. Here you can actually control the gliders. The gliders drive me nuts in World too. Again, so heavily physics-based, you have no idea. Now, getting hit with your own shell like that is just a masterclass. No, of course. Did I almost blow up on my own? It's another 0 coin race to the end, it looks like. That works, though. I came in at the skill issue part of the stream. Now, yes, you did, Fort. Yes, you did. We're just yelling at a different Mario Kart. That's all it is. I was complaining about and talking about some of the differences between Kart 8 and Kart World, and how, like when I would play Tour a lot, the more I play of World, the less good I get at 8, because I still haven't kind of done the muscle memory delineation here yet, so that's challenging. But it's been a nice break, because as we were sort of talking about, yes, that's the right choice. I could have gone some Piranha Plant Cove too as well. I didn't realize this, and I hope this wasn't an update, but the random here now can also pick one of the 3 that are up there. Which I don't know if that was just a really rare occurrence previously, or if they updated that as well, because that they did just recently do, if you remember, which has really put a damper on the online play in World. You pick random, and it still emphasizes and almost always picks from one of the 3 tracks that are there. So it really limits the exposure to different tracks and areas of that map that you have the option to race on. And that is very frustrating. So I'm hoping that's not bleeding over into this as well. That would not be nice. No word of lie. The intermission screens in World are the most innovative and best part of the experience. It's fun driving around in the open world while you wait for the next race. Even though kind of the static selection screen has its advantages. It is kind of annoying when you want to watch the current race that you're in, though. You can race amongst them. Like, you can go to the track that they're on and free roam. I knew it. I was doing it, and I hit myself. Fell for my own strategy. And, like, the intermissions by themselves are a cool idea. The degree to which they are essentially mandated online is what is really bothersome about them. In my opinion. And until they really tone that ratio down and pull back on how many you're forced to deal with, it's just not going to be very fun. And it's not. You know, I can get through maybe 3 or 4 races in a row of the intermission tracks online before I just kind of get fatigued on them and quit. And it's constant. You know, yesterday I was thinking about it a bit and kind of tracking some of it. 12 races in a row for me online. 12 were intermission tracks. I didn't get a standard 3-lap race until 13th race in. And it was like, I almost made myself a bet. I was like, how, you know, I'm not going to stop playing until I get a 3-lap track. And I was on for a long time. So unfortunate. Give me a shroom or something. That'll work. That was well done. The single mushroom here is going to be super... Well, maybe it is. I was just lining up for it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. That, that just hurts a little bit. Which part? I think... It is, though. It's rough, and I don't like riding on it that hard, necessarily. But it's really frustrating. This is the only Rainbow Road we won't override with, but we have to go to Baby Park. We just have to. Baloney says. Hashtag Baloney says. There's Simon says, and then there's Baloney says. Every race is an opportunity for Baby Park, and this is it. So, of course, it's going to pick, like, the one that, you know, stands alone, like the cheese. But it really is frustrating. And I think there is a better balance between the intermission tracks and the traditional 3 laps on a course that they can strike. But the fact that Nintendo's only response to that so far has been to further emphasize the intermission tracks that people are actively complaining are too prevalent in the game, I think sends the wrong message and doesn't really inspire confidence going forward. Mario Kart World relies too much on mushrooms. I feel like that's 70% of items. That is 100% true. And I've noticed that especially in the intermission tracks where you're racing along, especially if you're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack. If you don't get a mushroom as your item, you are probably going to start falling back in the pack through no fault of your own. You get even like a boomerang, you'll get a bomb, you'll get triple greens, whatever it is. Others around you are taking the massive mushroom shortcuts because that's all those intermissions are, is just really significant mushroom shortcuts over and over and over again. And that's how you maintain positioning, is strictly through mushrooms a lot of the time. So you just don't get a mushroom off the item roulette, you are at a disadvantage already. And that's not super fun. So the whole point of that part of the diatribe is that, you know, while if it was weighted the other way where it was 65% normal tracks and 35% intermissions, I think people would be a lot more amenable to it. But because it's not, and it feels more like it's being thrust upon players where it's not their choice, that's where the frustration sets in. And it's not unlike, I mean, any company that really tries to be prescriptive about how you play their game tends to run into these same kinds of issues, right? Where, think about like Halo Infinite and the original kind of progression and challenge system that it had. How heavily it forced you into playing certain game types was, the community was really resentful about that. It's like people are starting to throw games. They don't want to be, you know, stuck to an oddball for the 7th game in a row. Maybe they just want to play Slayer, and you're punishing them for wanting to do that. Oh, right at the end! Mario Kart World Baby Park when? I'm kind of surprised something like that isn't there, because with the amount of item chaos that you have, and the hell that you go through, it would make perfect sense, but here we are. Now, in fairness, I do think, and that's the frustrating part too, Mario Kart World has a really great track selection for the most part. I was working on a video of like 1 month or 6 weeks in, how do we rank the tracks, like S tier, A tier, B tier, whatever. That might take a little time. And a lot of them are quite good. Now, I mean, that's relative to each other. But I think there are a lot of really, really good tracks. And for the most part, I like to love, like on a spectrum of like to love, most of them. Because they're so good, and because there's so much potential for utilizing those unique mechanics like grinding, like wall riding, all these different things. The fact that you are shoehorned into intermissions so often online, where honestly, Knockout Tour is on really just a bunch of intermissions strung together with gotta rank intermission. There's hundreds of intermissions. And I don't know how you even put those against each other, because most of them are just either like boring relative straightaways or mushroom fests with really, really dramatic turns and curves. So how the hell do you even attempt to do that? You, objectively, the best one in the game is the one from Peach Stadium to Rainbow Road with the introduction and you ascend into heaven and all that stuff. Objectively the best one. All of the rest of them, how do you even begin to differentiate there? Is that Jurston? Blurple? I should add a Blurple, shouldn't I? Hashtag justice for Blurple. I don't like that particular shortcut, so we do this one. Ninja Sonic J, can I join? Yes, you can. Exclamation point friend code or exclamation point FC. Add me, I'm CheatSpeak. And you can join our online lobby. We don't do like kind of private lobbies here, just kind of do it online, pop into the room when you get an open slot in here and race away. I see you, buddy. Did that get him? That got him. We're front running here, folks. Oh! Oh, that threw me. Okay. We have a little leeway here. Not much. That mushroom really got me. That was well placed. Was that JC? I bet that was JC. Can we hold him off? We can! Even with a fallout, we are good to go. World's a solid baby park out of 10. Take that for what it's worth. Shafrillas will find a way. You bet. Yeah, so send that friend code invite ninja if you'd like. Complete with elevator music, yes. How am I today besides angry at the obvious? I'm just glad to be back on 8. Already, like it's fresh. Oh, overruled. The dojo. I'm overdue for a little run in the dojo. Yeah. I think we might finally be coming around a little bit to 8's Rainbow Road, finally getting a little bit of time in the sun where it's underrated actually. A little bit of online discourse shifting. We're getting there. No, I'm good. I'm just glad to be back at this. I think we got it. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. We in the dojo, baby. I'm excited about it. Hit me with it. This is it. Favorite track in the game. It's so pretty. No, I'm doing well. It's we got some exciting stuff coming up on the channel, so I've been plugging away at that. We've got I'm kind of back in the groove at work. My back's not hurting anymore, which I think I talked about recently was bad enough where I was in the hospital for it. It's been quite the time. So all's well. How are you doing, Fort? How are you all doing out there? I'm good because we have Rainbow Road, so obviously we're excited to be alive. Mandatory. We have 2 defensive items, so I'm going to hold them here instead of dropping one at the item box. And, you know, the bomb for reasons. Nope. Whoa! I think one got me anyway. See if that got anybody. Today's your birthday, Fort! Oh my god, happy birthday to Fort! Let's get some happy birthdays in the chat. Come on now. This is a momentous occasion. Where are you going to eat? Having a good birthday din-din? It's like you can't hide forever. Oh, damn it. Maybe you can. Happy birthday, Fort. That's right. Can we get a happy birthday, Fort? I love that they're up before me, too. Who is so fireball happy out here? Well, I want no part of that. It's gonna be me in a minute. Guess that technically saved me there. Is that enough time in between shells? Yes, it was! You knew! You already knew! This the dojo! This my house! Get out of my house! I built the whole damn space station with my bare hands in space! Come on now. It was that bad. We'll talk about the back injury as we go along here. Thank you, though. Happy Fort birth. We got the... You are catching up to me. Oh, no. Must be nice. To be catching up to me? No, don't be old. Every time you get first, you gotta switch carts. Is that a challenge? Baloney subscribed with the birth message, too, so you should feel honored about that. I like never switch carts in this game, so that is really gonna throw me, but no, I missed that. We're gonna random out now. Park. We'll try for Baby Park. You missed Baby Park, or did you see it before? We were on Baby Park. It already did happen. Did Ninja run away here? I thought they were gonna join us. Tilt controls. That's a challenge redemption. You know what? Just for you, just for your birth. Next race, we're gonna do a different cart with tilt controls. That is gonna be torture. You're 30 now. Oh my goodness. You are catching up with me. You can't see a ninja. That's, you know what, that's true. The stealthy one. I should have known better. Sneaking through. Drafting a little bit harder in this. A little bit more impactful, maybe. It's nice to hit the coin limit on lap 1. And I sympathize. I turned 33 at the end of the month. So that's fun. And Baloney, I don't think we talked about it, but I'm finally going to Chicago. Oh, God. I got greedy. Interesting. I got the coin boost while I got lightning. I don't know that I've ever timed it like that before. But you could see that I didn't get stopped. Or I might have been in the invincibility. I don't know what happened. It was cool. Your old bones. I do have to stretch them. That's probably why I hurt my back. Because I don't stretch my bones. I exercise with poor form. And my body said stop it. Oh, my friend is coming. I see my friend coming. Damn it. I'm gonna get nuked right at the end here. That was a great throw. Come on! Oh, go! Fine. You go get your tacos. You deserve tacos. Hey, it's the place I said you might like. Yeah, that's why we're going. Apparently, it is so Lou coded. That's what Baloney keeps telling me. I finally got to check it out for myself. It's the one kind of big city like that in America I still haven't checked out yet. So we're going at the end of the month for a couple of days. Staying in an undisclosed location so as not to reveal it to the populace. They've got like hot dogs and pizza. Yeah, we got to get a real Chicago dog, Big Lake. We got to get a Chicago deep dish pizza, which is not pizza. It's tomato soup in a bread bowl. Where are you staying? I know the hotel name. I don't remember the neighborhood. Almost got him. You tricky. I will tell you later. It's a cool part of town. Very deliberately chosen. We were looking for like sporting events and cool like concerts and things to do while we're in. Because one thing that Miss Nephroptosis and I like to do is, you know, take in a concert here and there, hit up a sports while we're exploring a new city. We did that. We went to Toronto a couple years ago, also for my birthday. Or Montreal, not Toronto, I'm sorry. Discuss with me pizza soon. Yes, we'll discuss about the pizza and soon. Hi, JC. But, yeah, we went to Montreal, kind of built around this one band that we really wanted to see. They're called Pine Grove, if you know of them. Pine Grove. Popping my peas into the microphone. And they played one of the nights we were there, so we were like, hey, yeah, let's go check out, let's go see Pine Grove, because they have several songs that I really like, and it was a fun show. A lot of sad boy hour songs, which is fun. I don't like doing this, but I did it. I think that's bad form. I don't condone it. But I'm so rarely in a position where like, that'll actually work. So don't judge me. So yeah, we're excited about Chicago. We're going to check it out. We're going to doodle bop around. It's actually like 2 or 3 days before our local women's soccer team in the NWSL, Gotham FC, plays the Chicago Stars in Chicago. So we're leaving a couple days before that game. I would love to go to that. Alas. It's JC. He's got a horn, so we're kind of safe up here. Do I owe someone a D20? I feel like someone rolled. And I'm forgetting. Ugh. Now it's my turn. Now it's not my turn. Can I get up? Oh my god. Oh, the egg. Oh, the egg! There was no avoiding it. Oh, you bastard. I knew that was gonna happen. Sarah! Betrayed! That's not her, but it might as well be. I saw them slow down. I was like, oh, they're gonna just snipe the shit out of me, aren't they? And they did. My favorite music genre, sad boy. You're right. Well, Rainbow Road and overruled. Yeah, did we talk about the back injuries much? We might as well. This was About, oh, it was a while back. 2.5 weeks ago? Yes. I had been working out that week. Hadn't been on the treadmill in a few weeks. Hadn't done much weights. So I kind of went back into my normal routine without ramping up to it. That was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By Thursday night, overnight into Friday, I was getting what is now, unfortunately, some familiar, like, base of my lower back pain from overworking or, like, way over walking too much or, you know, working out with bad form, whatever. Second time this has sort of happened. Went back home to Scranton for my mom's birthday. I won't say how old because she wouldn't want me to tell internet strangers how old she is. That's not nice. We were walking through our local casino to go to dinner, and my back was really flaring up. It was getting worse, and it was hurting to walk. We got to the restaurant, like right outside of it. I shit you not. It seized up with a pain that was so severe, I kind of had to like get up against the wall and slide down it with my back on the wall, like onto the floor. I couldn't walk. So I had to like kind of hobble really pathetically over to our table, like hanging onto chairs along the way. It looked very dramatic, I'm sure. That's about as good as you could ask for positioning on getting blue shelled. Now he's got the red shell. I have to be careful. If I'm going to overtake him, I need some defensive shit. Which doesn't look like I'm going to, so we're going to burn that. And we're probably not catching him, so we're going to let the blue shell do its thing. Never mind. Oh, what? Tricky. You tricky up in you. The Rainbow Road. Skill. Absolutely. Did he have a mushroom in back? Was that why he was so close? I wouldn't be surprised. But no, so I was limping through the casino the whole night, just so stiff, barely able to walk. Could not get a wink of sleep, really, overnight. It hurt terribly. It would take me a minute to, like, flip over from side to side because it was such a searing pain. Could not, now this is Saturday morning, could not stand up on my own. Could not, could barely get upright in bed. The pain was so intense. And I don't know if you ever had a pain that is that debilitating and that intense. I hope you never do. Because as I unfortunately learned, lower back pain like that is so incredibly debilitating. You can't do anything. I mean, I had to wait for my family to come home in the morning just to help me like get up out of bed and start moving around the house. I would have been kind of like bedridden and stuck. It was a little scary. So I did stand up, not to TMI, but I had to go to the bathroom, as one does in the morning. So I needed help getting up. I needed my grandma's walker. Now, it was a spare walk we've had in the house. She passed away a couple of years ago. So I needed her walker plus my mom holding me on one side for me to walk what's normally 20 steps from that bedroom to the bathroom. The pain was so intense and it was so all-encompassing. I legitimately almost passed out. I was this close. My mom tells me that my lips were chalk white, like drywall, painted molding white. I had never felt that kind of feeling before. So it was really, really scary. We obviously went to the emergency room after that. I got shot up with like Toradol and athlete strength, anti-inflammatories, this whole thing. And it took... I basically had to live on those pain meds for probably 3 or 4 days until they just kind of stopped working, and I lived with manageable but pretty serious back pain for the next week. And only in the past day or two have I finally mercifully become pain-free. So I have, follow-up appointments and some imaging and MRIs and things scheduled in the next kind of week or two to kind of figure out, well, what the hell happened? Is there lingering damage? Is there a structural problem I have to be worried about? You're in your early 30s. The back pain sets in. Here comes all my friends. So take care of yourselves, kids. That's the lesson to be learned there. Stretch before exercising? Work out with proper form? Heavy weights are no joke on sensitive parts of your body? Is he trying to snake? The boy is out here snaking. Oh, nice try. I can't catch him, though. Oh, now see, he did the thing. He stopped and let it bait me, but I had the super horn. So that's why that doesn't even work all the time. You can serve that up to whoever's in second, and then boom. That's why we don't condone it. It's not sportsmanlike. Maybe it is, but no. Yes, limber up. That's the point. Why are all my pals breaking their backs? Because we're old, Vinny. Because we're getting real old. All my friends love back pain. I feel like I missed someone's D20. I don't know whose it was. But we're going to do one while we're sitting around with a real Sophie's choice of tracks here. That's a 6. Stretch it out. Ironically enough, we're gonna limber up here. So, oh, that's important to do. Ooh. Exactly. See, baloney knows. I've been really eager to get back into the gym after all of this, but as Sarah has reminded me repeatedly, and checking my worst instincts here, don't push it. We still don't even technically know what happened. Was it a prolapsed disc? Was it a different structural issue we don't know about? Was there some herniated something? Is there nerve damage? What's going on? So once I have my MRI next week, that will be the kind of jumping off point to resume physical therapy, because I would normally do... I did regular PT when I was, starting to run farther to keep proper form so I didn't injure myself, and then when I did get tendonitis, working back from that during half marathon training was incredibly helpful. So physical therapy, a wonderful, wonderful resource. Please take advantage of it wherever it makes sense for you. It's incredibly helpful and healthy. Even almost as like a routine or preventative sort of thing. You don't have to be injured to benefit from physical therapy and those sort of exercises. Keep that lumbar limber. That's the key. We put the coin up in here just in case Boo comes around. That's the usual strategy there. And of course, you want to drop those as close to the item box as you can for maximum freak altitude. Now that we have the coin, we'll get a defensive item guaranteed off of this item box. Not that it matters when our friend comes to town. That kind of worked. We banked off of the glider spot there. I was like, could I pull the mushroom? I see you. I thought that looked like he won. I really thought he earned that one, but here we go. JC, me boy. Me hoy, me moy. Sophie's Choice is the best choice. That's been on the mind ever since the Sophie's Choice joke in the Gex review. That's it. Hey, you want to talk programming notes? We should talk programming notes. I don't have graphics worked up for it yet, but as we announced in the Discord when it happened, all three of us, myself, Baloney, Sari, Serial, are credentialed once again. I say once again, this will be our second time, as media/content creator for PAX West 2025 out in beautiful Seattle, Washington, home of Full Metal and Xerox. So we'll be out there Labor Day weekend, which means, as is customary and tradition around here, throughout the month of August, we'll be bringing you The Road to PAX West, which is convention-centric content. You know, maybe some of the games we looked at PAX East this year, revisiting some of the things that were interesting at our first visit to West last year, and all that fun stuff that you've come to expect around convention time from us. My pals got the pass. We got the press passes. 3. We bring a staff of 3 to these shows, remember. It is a substantial undertaking for us. It's, you know, they're our busiest weekends of the year. We pump out a ton of content from these shows. I'm going to go back and see, because PAX East this year was our heaviest and most productive show to date in terms of output. So just to give a reference point, I'll look up that playlist when we're done here. But yes, The Road to PAX West will come back in August, and we'll have more convention-centric content all month long, in addition to probably some reviews of, you know, related games. Don't be surprised. Drag your items, man. There's way too much shit happening. It's nice to not have a single boomerang completely devastate you for an entire race. Where did you come from? Oh! Oh, what? Oh, you gotta be shitting me with that. No way, man. Did that hit him? Oh, God. Okay. I have no more coins to take. All right, JC. Your turn for some shells again. It could happen. Did someone hit that banana? Last chomp we got, Jen, on that last chomp. How about a coin or two? Now where's the blue shell for JC? Why even? Oof. Was he waiting at the finish? I gotta check that replay. Probably the best place to have gotten that shell. Yeah. If he was sitting there. Oh no, that's actual bad form. You can say what you want about the like tactical advantage of slowing down and letting someone eat the blue shell. Waiting at the finish line for people is really bad form, in my opinion. That's like really cheeky, you know, like a little too cheeky, like hopping up and down a little bit when you have a little bit of pace in front of someone. That's one thing. Actively waiting at the finish line for the other racers to catch up with you is not okay, me boy. At any rate, what was I talking about? I was going to pull the playlist, wasn't I? PAX East 2025 had 11 videos there were 2 live streams and 9 interviews, if I remember correctly. Yes. We had our Landfest charity stream interview, or live stream from the show floor. We had our show floor walkthrough and the tour like we always do, and 9 interviews along with that. I'll add up the amount of time after this, just to give you some context. Foul on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct is right. Koopa Cape. Who goes to Koopa Cape? That's going to bite me immediately. Unless it doesn't. I thought she was just going to throw that red shell she had. I'd be calling it quits. Ooh, that's a choice. New strat unlocked there. How do you have it? I don't know what happened there. I just really wanted him dead at any cost. War is hell. We know this. We all know this. We love jumping over the blue shell when things are happening. Missed that. Not in the mood. Star and Piranha Plant? Are we overcompensating? We are absolutely getting stepped on, though, so... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think triple greens are going to be super helpful here. Thanks for the wall bump, though. Just to get away from our star friends back there. That'll do. Bullet Man Bill. My boy Bill. Deleted and banned at the same time. Baloney's got it. We know how this do. Oh, God. Now where? Right, so let's, we're going to be generous and round down on these. So just for the interview content, let's take a look. Well, here, Riftbound was 11 minutes. Gex Trilogy was 20 minutes. Cat Secretary was 25 minutes. Playism was 11:40, let's say 12 minutes. Fresh Tracks was 12 and a half, so let's round that down to 12 minutes. Perfect Tides was 11 minutes. Control Alt Deal was about 10 minutes. Bite Bond was 12 minutes on the nose. Glaciered was 12 minutes. That is 125 minutes. We have over 2 hours of just interview content from PAX East this year alone. That has to be a record. I'm pretty sure it is. I'll go back and look. And then on top of that, we had a 2.5-hour charity live stream and a 45-minute show floor tour. So that's another 3 hours, 15 minutes right there. This was a very busy show for us. And OBS is off screen, so bear with me here. You're all still there, right? Jeez mystery scoop. Let's get back to the mystery van. Did I mention that I've basically, like, become Gex now? I forget what I was doing, but I either told Baloney or Sarah or someone. I was just starting to crack some of those lame pop culture references, and I was like, I am Gex now. This is just who I am. This is who I was always meant to be. And a resoundingly please stop reaction to that, so that was encouraging. No more Gex for a little bit, I think, on the channel. We're pretty Gexed out at the moment. Did that get him? She didn't do her little, like, hey. Oh. He slowed down enough to not get hit by that. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. It's Shroom Ridge. What the hell do you want from me? I'm not a fucking miracle worker here, I'm just on Shroom Ridge. Ah! Nope. Oh, he missed. He missed! They just booed, so there's no risk of another boo. They don't have another red. Oh, that was close! Whoa! Wow! That's just... You're not gonna see that in Kart World, are you? Because I'm competent at this one. I did steal that man's life. Done. We've been dogging going back and forth all series here. He's been in the room more or less since we started. He's good. He's real good. It's fun to... We've been butting heads. A little bit of tongue. A little tongue now. A lot of tail later. The show floor tour was awesome, but mad respect to you all lugging the gear through all that foot traffic. We love doing the show floor tours. It's a fun, unique thing, because I don't see a lot of other content creators or media outlets doing that kind of live, spontaneous walkthrough showing off different things. It is a lot of work. That's pound for pound probably the most complex thing that we do at any of these shows, and Baloney will tell you it is not fun, especially because Baloney does most of the lugging. It is challenging. It's fun and it's unique, but it's very challenging. I have been nude funkersizing, Vinny. I just finished my morning routine of nude funkersize, fired up the Barca Lounger, and prepared to watch some serious tube. How does it feel to play an actual good game for once? It feels really good. We're mad at it, but it's a different kind of mad, you know? What I've been saying all the time is, with this, you do kind of feel like it's a little more in your control. Oh, baby, a triple! That's right. With Kart World, it is so random, it is so volatile, it feels like nothing is in your control. At least with this, for as much as, you know, you get Mario Karted and shit happens, it feels like you have a little bit of control over things. Where with Kart World, it feels like you're just like, Jesus, take the wheel every single time. And that wears a little thin. And it's a personal preference kind of thing, where some people really like that sense of chaos in their Mario Kart. I don't. But I'm so polluted by the like competitive perspective that I bring into this, that it's hard to just kind of let go of it and unclench and have fun with the randomness of it. You know what I mean? Because you do get really frustrated and sort of disillusioned with it after a while. You know, you're in 17th for the 4th game in a row because you didn't get triple mushrooms in your, you know, you got blasted into oblivion in the final 10 seconds. Another one. Another one. And we're still out here. Front running, no less. What is going on? It must be real hell back there. See, I can snake through these comfortably because the drift is nice and responsive. Who did I hit with what? She just went, yeah. What items are out there? Well, someone's got a green shell. You're going to enjoy that. Here we go. Oh, it's JC. He was all the way in back. A third blue shell. He's going to win because I didn't slow down for it. You dickbag. You gotta be shitting me. Hello? There's a friendo over here. You want to say hi to the people? Okay. What? Okay. Well,
hi.
Say hi, everybody. What are you trying to get?
I need to get to the breaker. I think
You tripped the breaker?
I tripped the breaker.
All right, wait, let me bring me over this way. Okay. Miss Nephroptosis is over there, but she's indecent in her PJs. Uninstalling the game and I don't even own it. I just got 3 blue shells in one race. So that it hates me. Everything hates me. Does this game run smoother? We're back to my dojo. This is the only way to do it. I'm actually on the original Switch right now. I was too lazy to hook up the Switch 2's dock in here and get that going again. But it runs about the same. It loads a little faster. I don't know that there's any like resolution improvements on it. We'll talk about World again in a second. We gotta show this bastard who's bossing our dojo. He likes to just hang back and try to sneak in at the end. That's what you do. Not this time. You know what I do miss? I absolutely adore the new Rainbow Road. It doesn't make the sparkly noise when you drift on it. You ever notice that? Bring back the spark. Hashtag sparkly noise. Whoa. That was close. Okay. Well, enjoy that. And enjoy that. I don't think that went well for anyone involved there, did it? And 2 defensive items on top? Love it. Ooh. Nice wide drifts. Oh, inject that into my veins. You enjoy that red shell, or blue shell again. How many bloops could there be? You fucks! Ludicrous shit. Alright, you two. Red shell's backwards. What is this collusion? My turn to get the coin, I guess. Oh, we're coming in real hot, you bastard! Get him back here. He crossed the line! If I'd gotten that out like half a second faster, we could have pulled off something ridiculous at the end there. Ooh! What happened to JC at the end? He was cruising. I'd like to file a formal complaint. That was, again, 3 blue shells in one race. That is aggressive. I thought you were trying to sweet you. No. They were plotting against me. They almost had me, too. Second is fine. Why, Iota? Let's random out of that. That was chonkers, though. That was crazy. Dude, for real. Oh, hi. Calling Nintendo America. Yes, I'd like to file a formal complaint. Too many blue shells. I saw in this, too, we were saying before, random picked one of the 3 tracks that was up here. I thought that was just World kind of rubbing salt in the wound, but I guess this one can do it, too. You so rarely see it. You're right, though, about the item spam. It is so spammy. And again, we were talking about how mushrooms are kind of too overpowered, and if you don't get one, especially, you know, later in an intermission track, you're basically at a disadvantage just for existing, because everyone's going to zoom past you. You're naturally going to fall backwards a lot. Whereas with something like this, you can miss an item box or 2, and you can still continue the race and not get super overwhelmed and passed by. So there's a lot about World that just makes it... Again, you got to kind of embrace the chaos, or it's really hard to have fun. Is sort of my read on it. And I'm still trying to find that balance, you know? Why'd I do that? Three laps. Who would have thought that people just want to race on 3 laps? Bye-bye. You are mocking my justice system. You don't like racing on straight lines? Well, in theory, I paid $80 to do that, so I better like it. I prefer to be told how to have fun. I don't want to have my own fun. See if we can catch up a little bit. Not that way. It's nice having a glider I can control. What did that hit? Where did those go? I have some questions. Are you even a true Mario Kart fan? Haters will say that I'm not. Basically, if you want to be competitive, World is a no-go. If you want to play like Donkey, it's a gold mine. Well, that's the ironic part. Competitively, I feel like... Oh, baloney, it's happening. There is such deep competitive potential for World, but it kind of needs its own set of rules. Like, you can't just hop online like this and play like you would in a pseudo-competitive setting. Now, oh, it's obviously Park. Baloney here, Baloney C, Baloney get the Park. Hands up for Park. I want to join one of the Discords that organizes, like, competitive level play, just to get a taste of what that kind of scene looks like right now. And what some of the strategies and approaches are that people are using. What would I expect to see come tournament time? Because it's still really kind of undeveloped. And I think all of that competitive stuff happens in a 3-race environment. This is not Park. I'm sad about it. I can thread the needle like that. Two green shells, no less. Apparently, if you stop and actually take a look at that subway map on the wall, it's pretty contiguous with the world and placing the tracks where they are. So they knew they wanted to do World for years. You fucker. Okay, I don't need items. Whatever. Kinda got away with that. Whoa. Can I get out of this? I don't need items! Why me? Was that both boos? Hello. Okay, hi. You did it again? Jeez. You're too powerful for the power in this building. Got out in front of me about it. What? He had a mushroom out, right? How did he... Oh, that's bullshit. Everything's just breaking. That made no sense. That made no sense. 12th place in protest. You better park. I missed that the whole time. You better park your cart. I mean, that felt like it. That was really chaotic by the end. Stuff was just smashing. I don't know where the items were. That was just nuts. Bye. That was that fun, JC? Was that fun for you? They build a world for 7 years and forgot to actually put things in it. Hardy, har. I should have parked my cart in protest. I'm sorry that I didn't do that. I heard it trip again. She's out here baking biscotti and tripping our breakers. Can you try a different circuit? That's probably not helping. Try the plug on the island, yeah. On this side. She's having fun. Did I random out into Yoshi's Island? That's not what Yoshi Circuit. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Bye. Okay. She's popping in and out. Yeah, I would think. She's interrupting. Oh, Vinny's got a comment here. Hold on. He said, entire city is about to go into a blackout all because somebody wanted a biscotti. She's doing it for friends, for compatriots. And her biscottis are delicious, by the way. I smell them. Hi. She is baking up a frenzy in there. The entire kitchen is like a biscotti-based war zone. A Call of Duty biscotti war zone. See, I bust out, get a really decent lead here. And then in lap 3, JC just comes in and wrecks it, because all that matters in Mario Kart, which I swear we're going to put on a t-shirt if we ever start doing merch, is all that matters is your last 15 seconds. That's my new mantra. That's how I rationalize every shitty game in world that I'll ever have. It doesn't matter what your first couple laps look like. Case in point here. Now they just run past me. All that matters is your last 15 seconds. But it's been saving my ass from many a blue shell tonight, so. Wow! Oh, that's a slap in the goddamn face. Run the tape back on that because that timing could not have been shittier for me. Son of a bitch. I hit him, but he was a star, so it didn't actually matter. That one was not nice. That was not nice. That boo steal on that green shell was... I'm gonna... That's all I got. Where were you? Where were you when the Biscotti Nation attacked? I got piranha'd, and I knew that was there. I got piranha'd at the end. Of course I was gonna. It's too much. I need a water. I need some kind of something here. We might... It'd be okay to take a break in a bit. Maybe one or two more races. We'll try a different lobby maybe. And then if people want to jump in... Exclamation point FC, exclamation point friend code, etc. We're going to play... I know we did this a couple episodes ago, but we're going to play an excerpt from our most recent episode of Hypocritical, the podcast. Randomed out to blech. Where we talk about the pitfalls of Xbox in recent months. All the layoffs that were recently announced just last week. Where brand loyalty is starting to fall off amongst the Xbox faithful like myself. And what that kind of real marketplace Game Pass focused strategy is doing for both Xbox as a brand as well as the whole industry. That's the part we're going to focus on in the excerpt. So do bear with us if you don't particularly enjoy that being our standby. Shouldn't be more than a couple minutes, just to give you a taste. Why take shortcuts when you can just drift into the wall? Okay. Back of the pack. Here we go. JC does it all the time. We're just going to give him a taste of his own medicine here. I like how hitting that with a mushroom actually loses you position. That's, yeah, you should pick that route, Blue Shell. To scream. That's fine. There are really good players in the lobby. Yeah, this one's a tough one. It filled up pretty quick with the goodies. All right, we're going to take a quick break so I can get some kind of hydration here. If you want to join in, exclamation point FC, exclamation point friend code. We are playing this on the regular Switch, too. I did not bother to bring the Switch 2 out for this one because I didn't want to hook up deconstruct the dock from our entertainment center and put it back in here. Just wasn't feeling it. We will be right back with more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe action here tonight on the stream. You're watching Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Liam Cheat speaking. We have an excerpt from our latest episode of our podcast, Hypocritical, all about those recent topics related to Xbox, their layoffs, and how that ever-increasingly Game Pass-focused strategy may or may not be a super good thing for players and their customers long-term. Please enjoy. We'll be right back. All of this is to consider, what is the strategy going forward for this brand? Again, they're certainly not hurting. They've made more money than they ever have in their past fiscal year, and they're up nearly 50%. But there's going to be pressure for them to continue that upward momentum and to continue that level of growth. How do you do it? Well, to turn a phrase, all Game Pass all the time. It really does seem to be that simple, where from my perspective, it seems like we're at the beginning of a very deliberate transition for Xbox to more of a marketplace focus for the brand. There is seemingly less attention than ever on their hardware offerings, the new ROG Ally branded one notwithstanding, the portable one. There's more focus on Game Pass. There's more focus on shoring up content for that service, and there's more focus on making that service available as broadly as possible. Now we got to talk about Game Pass. And to be completely fair to Game Pass, there are pros and cons to this approach, and relying on a service like this to be your primary conduit to a brand, to its games, to its experiences. There are genuine pros, so let's start there. This gives you immense accessibility for AAA games and big titles that are increasingly getting more expensive. In the age of $70 and $80 games becoming commonplace, multiple new games a year of that size, it starts to become cost prohibitive for really cost-conscious people at a time when, disposable income is certainly not taken for granted. A lot of people who are struggling to make ends meet and rely on this as sort of their primary form of entertainment may otherwise not be able to afford access to the new Call of Duty, plus Starfield, plus whatever big new AAA titles revving up and coming out on the platform. It does provide accessibility and make those titles affordable and available to people sooner than they ever would waiting to hit the pre-owned market or finding other ways to get access to them. In addition, there is a genuine convenience in playing these games more or less anywhere you want to play them, which seems to be that sort of ultimate end goal for services like this. Whatever the screen is that you want to put it on, you can put it on. Your 60-inch living room TV, got it. Your 30-inch PC monitor, got it. Your 11-inch tablet in bed via cloud services with a controller synced up via Bluetooth, got it. Your 8-inch dedicated handheld that you put in your satchel, your laptop bag that goes on the road to you with work on the train, got it. Having access to these titles anywhere you are, in whatever form you want them, at whatever time you want them, is a genuine bona fide advantage of service-based platforms and marketplaces like this. However, there are some very significant cons to it as well. In the age of physical media sort of slowly trickling away and dying a slow death in the game space, these services are a reminder that in that idealized capitalistic world, you don't own anything anymore. And that is basically the corporate wet dream, right? Recurring subscription-based revenue from customers every month, reliably, all the time, in place of buy once, have forever. That is just naturally the more revenue-friendly way to do business. But it is damaging to the player base and to people's beloved console libraries and game libraries the world over, because all of that comes at the whims and the desires and the realities of the people that run these services and the companies that run these services. Microsoft removed Starfield from Game Pass after you put 200 hours into it. Some indie game or smaller title that you loved is going away. too bad. Guess you're not playing it anymore unless you shell out all that money to buy it new, because there's no way to get these used games anymore. Physical copies don't exist. At the same time, and a little more esoterically maybe. And a little more esoterically, what? What do we mean? Guess you're going to have to tune into the rest of the episode to find out. Scan the QR code on your screen right now to get the latest episode of Hypocritical, a podcast by Hypocritic GG, as well as all of our episodes to date. Get notified when we release new episodes, which is usually at least twice a month. Quick, bite-sized content, just like we get in our video reviews, generally 20 minutes or so on some particular topic, topical or not. That is Hypocritical, a podcast by Hypocritic GG. Do consider giving it a look. Welcome back, everybody. You are watching Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Loose. I'm calling me Cheat Speak, and we've got more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for you here tonight. Fun new episode of that podcast. Let's do some programming notes while we're sitting around here and hanging out together. Hopefully we've got a fresh new review for you by this weekend. Oh, it's the same lobby. Goody, goody, goody. And it's Wild Woods. We missed Wild Woods. We hinted at this in our Discord, so !Discord. Again, you get a lot of the updates on what's going on there. What did we say specifically about it? Release target mid-July, so ideally, sometime this weekend. The only hint that we've given is it's a Wii U game, never ported or re-released off of that platform. It is strictly and exclusively on the Wii U. So that's all the, those are all the tidbits you're getting. So that'll be fun. And then, as that review comes out, hopefully again by some point in the weekend, optimistically Saturday or Sunday, we will have ourselves revving up for the road to PAX West. As we mentioned earlier and reconfirmed for you all of us, myself, Baloney, and Sari, are credentialed with media content creator badges once again for PAX West this year, so we'll be flying out to Seattle and producing content over Labor Day weekend, and assumedly going ham on that meal as well. Like we mentioned, this has been a really significant convention year for us. PAX East 2025 was our most productive show to date. We had over 2 hours of interview content created from that show, including a pretty I don't want to say exclusive, but significant interview with Riot Games and the either game director or creative director of Riftbound, their upcoming physical trading card game, which was great, did really good numbers for us. And we were hoping to go to Gen Con this year, which is at the end of the month in, I think, Indianapolis or some Midwestern city. I don't think we're going to be able to pull that off, unfortunately, but we were planning on revving up and doing some more coverage of, oh, there's our cow friend, of Riftbound there. Maybe we'll talk to Riot and bring you some more sort of remote-based stuff as that gets closer. But the road to PAX West will be coming. We'll have a lot of fun stuff for you there. And looking back at PAX West and what we produced last year as sort of a reference point, we'll do that right after this. Still a pretty looking game. It's interesting. You can definitely see the gulf in how much better Mario Kart World looks compared to 8 Deluxe, but I think this game still looks damn good, especially tracks like this, where the graphics and the texture work and the lighting really have a chance to shine. Gotcha. Kind of. Did that hit him? What is happening? There is some funkery with the items this time around. And it is some major funkery. No, friend. Oh, he clipped me. Well, that put me backwards. It's too many horns. Oh, it's cow time. I should never hit the cows. Oh, he can... Yeah, okay, JC. Don't make me. That'll work. The tacos were good. Fort's back. Birthday Fort is back. Again, give it up in the chat. Happy birth, Fort. We're back in the same room we were before the... JC, you're racing against it. I mean... They are religiously good at this somehow, so maybe we are. Oh, give us a vote here, Fort. Birthday votes for Fort. What Fort says goes here. Let's have it. Coconut, you're gonna coconut mall me only just because I like you. We'll allow it. Cows mentioned. What is this? The UFO intermission sequence? Just doing the free roam in world. Oh, tilt controls. It went away. Next race we'll do tilt controls again. The free roam and just discovering those kinds of things in the open world is a ton of fun in Kart World. That I will absolutely say and continue to say, because that is true. But again, it's that sort of balance you strike where you start to adapt to and get refamiliarized with. Definitely tilt controls next time Mario Kart hates Rainbow Road shows up. Fine. Oh, that's hell. Because you know those turns. That is just hell on Earth. Or space. Hell on space. But again, that's the sort of thing. And I was saying with Tour, because it's the same kind of feel, you get better at the one, you get worse at the other. I hit him, like, directly in the face. And nothing happened of consequence. Something's up with this lobby. I don't like it. I hit him and he was defenseless. He did the animation and everything. Hate that for us. Hate that he has triple reds in second. That should be an illegal item pull in second place. I'm just going to go on record there. Walks right into that. Ugh. They took the train. You can get pummeled by the train, it turns out. Okay. There's a few region sneakers in here. Like, we've got someone from Colombia. We've got a couple others that are probably contributing to this. I like that the bullet outpaced me, even with that really dramatic mushroom shortcut. What did I hit? I don't like any of this. We gotta find a different room. Oh, I don't like it. Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox, so you have no excuse now. Who says Xbox doesn't have games? Well, oh, but Baby Park? Come on. All right. Just because Baby Park. Just because Baby Park. Well, you can be sure that Full Metal and Xerox clued me into that immediately, and I will play it on Xbox. It's been difficult to play Helldivers for long periods of time and get super invested on the Steam Deck because it, you know, if you've seen any of it, to have the settings tuned so that it's at least playable, I miss tilt controls on Baby Park. I said I was going to do it. I didn't do it. I got to make a note. So I keep forgetting. Do we have Baby Park? We don't have Baby Park. Damn it. All for naught. The lobby is getting some ick. That's true. But it's really hard to play. It's sub 720p Like, it runs at maybe like 700p I have to get it at. And if there's any other players in my game, like in the mission that I dive into, and usually there are, because if I want to do anything harder than like a level 3 or 4 mission, I need other players. The frame rate, if I'm lucky, holds 20. So it's just really, really challenging to play on the Steam Deck. To the extent that I really want to be able to. Up we go. Wow. Yep. So, being able to put it on the Series X will be enormously helpful for not just longer sessions, but, you know, more enjoyable playtime. So like I said, generally speaking, it's a pretty rough time trying to play it. So again, then the controls get really unresponsive, and it's really tough to see, you know, stuff that's out ahead of you. Nice dodge. Gotta love. Everyone wants that shortcut. Sometimes they get it. One, two, three, pop. If they didn't keep the 1, 2, 3, 4 in this remix, we would have rioted, right? That's just butt. Oh, it's butt. It's butt cheek. Did they fall off? No. See, that's the... It's the globbery that I'm talking about here. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. That's wild. All right. What do we have here? To get it to run on my Steam Deck, I run all settings low, but sharpness 100% and cap at 30. It's not great, but it works. I can get... And I haven't done it in a while, but I thought I had it optimized to the point where certain environments I could get a reasonably solid 30-some frames per second. But again, if I'm, especially on planets with a lot of particle effects, there's a lot of fog, there's a lot of long-distance render, whatever the case is, that will drop quickly. Intense firefights with a lot of enemies, I'm giving it a minute to let the rooms cycle. I want to get in a different lobby. A lot of heavy fights with a lot of creatures on screen drags it down. Particle effects and environmental effects drag it down. Multiple players in one lobby to keep track of drag it down. So I will routinely have missions finishing in the extraction zone where the frame rate is between 10 and 15. And it's just, it's borderline unplayable. And it's just not a super fun time. I miss when the lightning mattered in a game. World's lightning sucks butt. The balance of a lot of those items had to be a lot less dramatic just because you would so far fall impossibly far behind. But now it's it almost counterweights it a little bit because now most items feel really flimsy. I hope they announce an ODST Warbond with the launch of the Xbox version. That would be amazing. Oh, I would eat that up. Vinny's got a D20. We're going to roll that D20 right now. That's a 10. That's some dabs. So let's break out a 1d6. 1 dabs for Vinny P. Dabadoo. You're welcome.
Let's go.
Now notice how even with a couple of poor races, I've gone up in all of my CR and all my points tonight. That's another thing that's annoying about World. While I do like that new point system where you start at like 3,000, you max out at 10,000, and it gets progressively harder to keep climbing. So it's a little more scaled and skewed. Dead. Why? What? And Trunks? This is chaos already. I don't like how devastating the point loss can be. So for example, I'm in a 20-person lobby. There's a few 4,000 and 5,000 point people in there. The game thinks I should get like top 2 or top 3 in order to get points. I end up in 16th because I got item spammed and I got knocked around on lap 3 or the end of the intermission or whatever. I lose like 80 points for circumstances completely outside of my control because it's not always a reflection of how well you did. It's just how well you finished or whether or not you got item spammed. So that's really annoying. Especially in a non-ranked, like, completely unserious, uncompetitive context like that, to have that kind of ranking and rating system, again, in a game where the chaos and the randomness and the unpredictability is designed in and such a heavy point of emphasis, that's annoying. Trunks is getting dunked on here. Skill. You're a skill issue. It's your birthday. I gotta be nice. Come on, Trunks. Love that. Capital R, capital N. Trunks. Give it to me, Trunks. No, you got a point. There's a lot that I complain about with. I mean, it's got all the potential in the world, but it definitely needs some serious tuning in quickly because it's not fun online right now. It's just really not. Yes, you're right. Tilt controls.
Let's go.
And Daisy Cruiser. All right. It is annoying. Trunks. Let's get Trunks in here. It is frustrating because, again, the potential is great. The standard courses are so good, but the game is so insistent on throwing you into those intermission tracks constantly, sidelining the 3-lap tracks, sidelining all the variability you get with hopping around like track to track like this. Being so geographically located where you have to drive between them all limits your track selection a lot. And it's hard to sort of encounter certain tracks depending on where you are. So you're up on the north end by like Acorn Heights, Boo Cinema. You might not see stuff on the bottom half of the game for hours. So there's not a whole lot of rotation or variety like you would see in what the randomized system has been for decades. Like, there you go. It is like impossible to find Rainbow Road online. I think I've played on it 4 times in my hundreds of matches so far. The main gripe I have with World is losing your items when you fall. It handicaps you so much. Yes. Especially, again, with how unpredictable the physics get and how easy it can be to get knocked into oblivion like that. That is really frustrating. And yeah, it puts you at even more of a disadvantage. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream on stream. I'm gonna scrim on strim, Bimmy and Jimmy. We're just hanging out. We'll get our revenge. The music is just a miracle on this track as well. Ooh. Here comes our friend. Not for us this time. Finally. We are locked in. Look, this is Wii Rainbow Road. You fool, this is no time for caution. We had triple reds back there. This was not happening. I'm gonna need you to throw those greens, baby. Not that way. Dickbag. That broke my shell, too. Bullshit, my guy. Leave me be. Give me something. That'll work. Did I take it from them in front of me? I think I did. Okay, that was kind of chaotic, and we lost 7 points. Alex, where did Trunks go? Come on, Trunks. Oh, hey, my all-terrain vehicle just hit mud. Better slow down at 2 miles per hour. That's right. We were locked in. It's only lap 1. The last 15 seconds are what matters. You're right. See, that's Mario Kart for you. Yeah, we're gonna random out of these. It's a Unix. That is my Unix. It's a Unix system. I know this. And I love that the thing that they show in that scene in Jurassic Park is like the farthest thing from the Unix system of the time that you would ever see. Music had to be foaming at the mouth a bit. We overlocked it. We overclocked. It is so good, though. Like with a lot of the tour tracks, I could stand for them to be a little less wide, make them a little more narrow, make them a little more constrained, give it some of that intensity that we have in the main tracks. No more Yoshi Circuit tonight. That's fine. I don't know. Ironically enough, World with its 24-player Chaos Demons has narrower tracks a lot of the time than you get from the Booster Course Pass stuff, which just interests me. If Wii Rainbow Road was a little bit narrower and captured a little bit more of that ridiculousness that you had in the Wii version, I think it would be an all-timer. Even with how it looks coming out of the Booster Course Pass. I was parallel to you. So, I don't know. Whoa, man. How's that for a totally planned skill-based move? We'll bite the bullet on that one. It's all coming back to me now. Oh, Alex. Sometimes you fire backwards just for funsies. think we got his red shell. You can almost kind of plan those boos out. If you see what's ahead of you and you kind of know what you're gonna get. Because you can time it such that you know that a lot of other people around you don't have items. Sneaky. That was a bottom half finish too. More lost points. Couldn't break through with Ghosty there. Side note, saw the new Jurassic movie. It's fun. I haven't heard great things about it, but also I feel like people are so predisposed to just hate new Jurassic stuff that I don't really know what to think about it there. Let's look that up. Jurassic World Rebirth. 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I feel like is about what you're going to get critically at this point. Going back to basics with rip-roaring set pieces and fossilized cliches, Jurassic World Rebirth doesn't evolve this prehistoric franchise, but does restore some of its most reliable DNA. Interesting. Did I have tilt controls on? Did I take your pick too? I might have ignored your pick too. I apologize. I have not been attentive to this tonight. After this, we will reset it all, make sure we're on tilt controls. I owe you that, and we'll take the recommendations here. Oh, I do have tilt controls on. All right, here we go. Well, we're gonna do it then. And Dolphin Shoals, why the shoal not? Kind of works. That's the scary part. They bonk. At least let that hit her, but it didn't. Where's the blue shells, by the way? By the by. That is a hard one to come out of with tilt controls. Might actually take second here because I can just blast the mushrooms coming out of this. Oh, there's the blue shells. Okay. There you go. Tilt controls still, that was an improvement. And it even shows. That's gotta be embarrassing. It shows that I'm using tilt controls. And I got second. Ugh. Think long and hard about this one, Fort. Come on now. Come on now. Here I go, tilting again. You... Sorry, blue shell machine, bro. The gap between the original Jurassic Park and the new one is noticeable. Second best movie of the franchise. I don't even know... There's such a significant drop off there anyway, right? Like the first one is so impossibly good anyway the gulf between that and any of the other ones is going to be pretty substantial. I remember the Lost World Jurassic Park being fairly good, so you think it's better than the Lost World? Color me intrigued. All right. Let's go Sydney Sprint. Oh, here I go tilting again. I'm staying behind because I'm just going to get red shelled and it's going to go poorly. And okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, baby. Take it. Did that hit him with triple bananas? This game makes no sense. Yeah. Could I have mushroomed here? Yeah. Do I remember enough of Sydney Sprint to care to do that? No. Whoa. I'm a little big for your britches up there. That hurt everyone involved. Oh, they're doing a long chomp on that. Triple greens in first. You know what that calls for. That's a ball breaker. Oh, I saw it. It was right at the end. I'm going to lose this one completely. There's no hope now. Oh, how did I? Wow. That was a squeaky... That was a squeaky one. It's such a small room now. I basically need first or second for any significant dent in it here. All right, tilt control's off. Give us a vote there, though. I like that it says, like, analog stick on off there, but you can still drive it like normal. Figure that out. What else, folks? We already talked about the programming notes, yeah? Oh, I wanted to do the PAX West recap here. So, going down the list of everything that we looked at PAX West, what is it? 7 interviews? 1, 2, 3... No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interviews. Got the random right on time. We had Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind was an interview. Rugrats Adventures in Game Land 6 months later, which was really cool. Feltopia, that side-scrolling shooter, I think, that had a felt art style. Croak, the Celeste Super Meat Boy-esque frog platformer. What the Car, which was super fun. And Decorum moving out for a little bit of board game action. That was our PAX West last year. I'm sure that if this year's East was any indication in how robust our coverage was there, we will have a much busier West, especially considering that was our first year going to that show. You really have to kind of get your feet, understand what it's all about, you know, get acclimated. But now that, you know, we're old pros at this point, I'm sure we'll have a lot more to show you. There's no way they have 2 defensive items, right? No. All right, we're cruising now. Here we go. We're not cruising anymore. It's fucking S. What does that even mean? Letters? I'm illiterate. I'm not actually illiterate. That's the joke. That's a dick move. A defenseless Rosalina? Come on. Did S have some trouble? Cool. Whoa. We'll lock in second there, and we've got a really small lobby at this point. That's 4 people. What the hell happened with S? Just dragged to the back. They were standing perfectly still for a while. Did controller disconnect? Have a poopsie doopsie? All these lovely me's. Give us a vote here if you're so inclined. We got a decent selection this time. That is a choice. So let's see. I haven't gotten updates on a few of these games in a while. Feltopia. That'd be a fun one to catch up on. No further updates. Basically since last year, it seems. Anything on their website? Not really. Maybe they'll be there again. We can catch up and be like, hey, where's your game? Dick bag. Getting in here anyway. So far, it's just going to be coins forever, because I can't get a double item box until most of the way through this race. There we go. Get something defensive, finally. Not a moment too soon. Two defensive items. Have at it. I love getting, like, right at the edge of the next level of Mini Turbo when you hit a nice corner like that. Oh, it's mwah. Chef's kiss, baby. Is our friend coming? Yes. Are we locking in? Not enough chaos this time, baby. No derailing this train. Shoo, shoo. It's getting late. I don't know. I got nothing for you. But you have a vote for me, right? That is one nice thing. That's the kind of simulation of those are the kinds of matches you have competitively with this game. 4 players in a match, max. Local race, no item lag, whatever the case may be. Evens that playing field out. Topped. Yes, I love Ice Ice Outpost. People don't love it. Sit. 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 CPAP farts! CPAP farts! I gotta tell Sarah this. There is a racer named CPAP Farts. CPAP Farts. They're me as a mascot and everything. Thought you want to know. Oh, she having fun. She baking. She dancing. Are they good? Quickly. Just put it in my mouth. Oh, birthday! I have birthday in my mouth. Oh, yeah. Biscotti and all. Cheers to that. That's a biscuit. It's so good. It's so good. Good choice. Try not to chew into the mic. I can't get over it. CPAP farts. Legendary stuff. Front running already. It's so pretty. The road didn't look this like juicy, watery in Tour, did it, for the 3DS Rainbow Road? Some exclusive texture work? I can't remember. My pal's in first on lap 1. Yeah, that doesn't mean shit. This really set the stage for World's Rainbow Road to just go ham with the, you know, point-to-point adventure, you know, big excursion kind of feel, right? I like never hear the front-running drums at this part. This is crazy. Zoom, zoom. And the horn! Oh, baby. Love me juicy road. Wait, that doesn't sound right, I don't think. That sounds a little concerning. Let's look it up. Mario Kart Tour 3DS Rainbow Road. Oh no, black. Ew, nope. Did not look, did not do that any favors. Oh man. Even the original texture from Mario Kart 7 was transparent and a little more, almost tie-dye looking. 3DS Rainbow Road in Tour is just that flat, like gradient sort of thing like you would get from Mario Kart DS's Rainbow Road. So that was a really significant upgrade for 8. Yeah. You've had it too good for too long. 2, 3. Oh, everybody. We're all feeling this. This is a unique room setup where I've been able to assert dominance with a T-pose for quite some time here. Oh, Universal! So rare you see 100% agreement. Even with like 4 or 6 or 5 people in the lobby. Wow. So I have CPAP. You're all masochists. I guess we are. Anti-gravity, wow. It's almost like it's the main mechanic of this game or something. Wall. With all those anti-gravity bits, I don't mind this one as much. Normally I rank on the SNES courses, oh, they're so flat, they're so boring, whatever. They did a pretty good job kind of massaging this one to be more interesting. You go up on the walls on the sides here, you kind of snake around, and it makes really good use of the anti-gravity. So I think this is one of the more primo examples of a SNES remake that really does it right and leverages the mechanics of the game in fun ways. So this is a cool one. And honestly, I think it does it a lot better than a lot of those base game tracks. And it's not often that a tour track or like a booster course pass one does it better than the main game. But here we are. I really, really like this one. You know what wigs me out in World 2? When you have a super horn and you're deploying it, in 8, while it's actively like honking, you can pick up another 2 items. It doesn't take up an item slot. In World, while the horn is honking, you cannot have something else in that item slot. So you hit a double item box while the horn is going off, you can only get 1 extra item. So you have to burn that horn a lot sooner before your item box set comes up if you want to replace it with something else, like and have like a 2 stack. So that still trips me out. A month in, that's hard to. That muscle memory is hard to override, and that sort of mindset is tough to override. We got to do it, right, Fort? Give me the. Say the word. Say the number. Say the line, Joel. You got it. You got it. Oh, tilt controls. You crazy. Yeah, let's do it. Not a lot of love this time. 25% chance. Unless someone's joining. You sneaky. Hi. Oh, 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 oh. Baby park tilt controls. God help us all. Okay. Baloney. This is everything you've ever wanted and more. Ooh. I have an aneurysm. Keep cutting that way too sharp. Am I gonna lapse him? I keep cutting that way too sharply. I like that all of the rails light up on the final lap too, just to really drive the point home. Just how God intended. Packing the car. The car has been packed in baby pack. Tilt controls and all. Decisively so. Snaps. Snaps on that one. I'm gonna just reset my controls quickly. There you go. Baloney, you got your wish. Fort got the ultimate as God intended. I think a relatively successful return to Kart 8 this time around. We settled into that lobby and we just sort of took them to town for a while. It does happen. You earn it. You earn it sometimes. Other times you don't. We even got on our dojo twice. And that was what, across 2 hours, 39 minutes. We've been live. We hit so many Rainbow Roads, first of all, but we hit Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road twice in 2.5 hours. I think across like 20, 25 hours online in Mario Kart World, I've hit Rainbow Road 3 times, 4 times. Sad. It's so good. Let me plan it more. At any rate, a couple programming notes before we sign off for the night, and I think that is the perfect way to end, Fort. You are exactly right. Hap Burf Fort again. Big 3-0. Hope your tacos were yummy. That's a big one. Don't we know it? All right, programming notes before we take off for the night. Hopefully a new review by the weekend. Look at what are those? Just a little stick figment. Good. We love a good taco time. It's Taco Tuesday. Duh. What the hell? Birthday on Taco Tuesday? Blessed. Bless up. Baloney with the cool S. Hopefully a new review by the weekend. Again, it is a Wii U game that has never been ported or it's never left the console. So it's a Wii U exclusive that never made it to Switch, not coming to Switch 2. Should narrow the playing field about it. Take your guesses. It's Burfo Day. Fo for four. You got it. So that's coming hopefully by the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I'm aiming for that. Kirby Rainbow Curse review. Interesting guess. I wonder. Beyond that, as we announced, I didn't have graphics for it, but we are going to kick off the Road to PAX West, probably starting at the end of the month. So toward the back portion of July and all through August, you're going to get convention-centric content in our run-up to PAX West 2025, because all three of us here at Hippo are credentialed again. Myself, Baloney, and Teresa Sari Serial, all media/content creator once again. So we'll be back in Seattle over Labor Day weekend, and that'll be a very, very good time. So that's coming up. Like I said, review hopefully by the weekend. There's a new episode of Hypocritical out on all your favorite podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and YouTube. All about the ridiculous situation with Xbox the past week or so. We played a little snippet for you on the intermission there, so that's nice. And a lot of good stuff coming up over the next few weeks. So, Road to PAX. I-90. Chicago's on the road. Yeah, we're taking the literal road to PAX. That's the case. While we're hanging out here, just going to take a quick look-see. If anyone's online to raid, since we have a few folks palling around and hanging out here. Anyone we want to go bug? No. I tried. All right, well, folks, thanks for tuning in. This was a fun one. It was nice to get back to Kart 8 after weeks of suffering in Kart World. We're slowly adapting to it. We're slowly kind of getting better at it, but with the current state of online, how it's emphasizing the intermission tracks, it's just not super fun right now. And I wish it was. I kind of want to check out some of those competitive discords, see what that scene looks like, and play it in a more, I guess, legitimized context and less frustrating context. We'll see if that shakes out. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, he's so mad, and he whoa, status on the arms. Spaghetti already. Ooh. We were thinking about, I wanted to do an ARMS night recently. I was looking up, I think it did, there were some performance updates that it got. 60 FPS 4-player split screen or something like that. A lot of those improvements. Splatoon 3 we took a look at. There's still a lot of Switch 2 improved content we could take a look at. My graphics in all caps. That's exactly right. I would love to. I'm not really a Zelda guy. You can see every hair on them arms. Oh, geez. It is spaghetti already. Mr. Springman arms. Spring-a-ling. Rebound. Okay. Next ARMS is going to be called 4 Arms. It will have 4 players. Does it do 4-player local split screen? I don't even know if it does. ARMS multiplayer. 4 players. Yes, it does. Local multiplayer for up to 4 players, either in a free-for-all or 2v2 team mode. I just didn't remember. So I guess it dropped to 30 FPS like Mario Kart did back in the day. It should be called 4 Arms. On that subject, I was thinking about this. Total aside as we wind down here. If you want to just hang out and chit-chat for a little bit, you should be Pasta Girl again. We should do an ARMS night. Just for the hell of it. Community focused. Everyone boot up your arms. Get on there. Jake B, hello. Right on time. We are just hanging out here. That would be fun to jump back into that. Check it out. I was going to say, I'm not really a Zelda guy. We all know that. But I would love to take a look at like those explicit Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade editions of either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Because they are pretty dramatic upgrades. And that would be very cool. But on that thought, Fort was saying Next Arms is going to be called Forearms. I was thinking about some of those like kind of cheeky title sort of things this afternoon. I don't know why. You remember Now You See Me, the movie from like 10 years ago, the Magic movie? Jesse Eisenberg, Morgan Freeman, the rest. The sequel, this is the most obvious slam dunk in the world. Why it was not called Now You Don't is beyond me. The marketers and the studio said it would have been too confusing for people, not recognizing it was a sequel. Never forgive them for that. There is a new one coming relatively soon that is called Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Better late than never, I guess. The other one that I was thinking of, Modern Warfare. If there is a Modern Warfare 4, since they teased it with, Makarov doing it and stretching that story out as far as they physically can. If it's not called Modern Warfare, we riot. Like there will be chaos in the streets, and I will not rest. I will not sleep for an instant until the one-nostriled man is brought to justice. All right? Just saying. I saw the trailer for it before Jurassic. It looks so bad. It does look so bad. Are we playing Mario Kart by what the title says? Yes, we were, but you caught us right at the end of the stream here, Jay, because we are winding down for the night. So we're just chit-chatting, catching up with everybody before we take off. We're coming up on hour 3 here, so that is basically going to do it for us. Programming notes once again before we take off. We should have a new review posted on the YouTube channel by the weekend. There's a brand new episode of Hypocritical, the podcast, for you, available wherever you get them: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Pocket Casts, etc. And streams on Tuesdays. We're credentialed again for PAX West, so the road to PAX West begins at the end of the month. And convention-centric content all through August. That's okay. Thanks for tuning in, though. Well, like I said, we're live on Tuesdays, and there's been a lot of Mario Kart lately, so there will be no shortage of that. Maybe we'll see you again soon. That should do it for us tonight, though. It is getting late. You boys got work in the morning, long commute, fun drive, all that fun stuff. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, I'm Cheat Speak, and that was some Mario Kart for you. Maybe we'll do it again soon. Maybe it's still Kart 8. Maybe we leave World on the shelf for a while. That's okay. Variety's nice. I missed 8. Always gonna miss 8. We're gonna keep it right here. Always right here. That's nice. All right, stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll catch you back here real soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye now. Here we go.